What's up, world-renowned family? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Velvet Rope. We all know that anyone can get a real estate license. We also know that not all real estate agents are the same. But why are some real estate agents so much more influential than others? I've got an answer for you. One thing that all top agents have in common is authority. When I say authority, I'm talking about the ability to influence people all around you. Being influential in real estate translates into more power to leverage your clients into working with you, trusting you with pricing their home, and authorizing you to make important decisions to get the deal done. Here's what I found to be the most powerful formula in the real estate world. Rapport plus credibility plus jurisdiction plus trust equals authority. You may be familiar with each of these on their own, but I'm going to explain to you what role each piece plays in authority. Rapport. People generally like to be around other people that are like them. To get another person to like you, you must be more like that person in several different ways. Number one, tonality. Do they talk loud or soft? You'll want to talk at their volume level at all times. If they are naturally loud, then you should also speak loudly. If they have a softer voice, you should speak softly as well. How do they pronounce words? Do they say tomato or tomato? Listen to how they say their words and do the same. Breathing is number two. Breathing patterns are composed of several different components, including pace, depth, and location. Pace is simply how fast the other person breathes. Depth is how deep or shallow they breathe. And location refers to breathing in the chest or abdomen. While all these factors can be interpreted to indicate the communication style of the other person, it's important to realize that when two people have rapport, often their breathing patterns may match. Number three, the way they talk. People talk in one of three ways: through their nose, throat, or chest. Figuring it out won't be too difficult. Throat. A very throaty person will sound like Kermit the Frog. Nose. This might sound a little nasally or congested. Chest. This will usually sound very deep and loud. 4. Follow their rate of speech. Some people talk fast and some people talk really slow. If they talk slow and you talk fast, what's the first thing that comes to their mind? They may think you're just a slick, fast-talking salesperson. They automatically go into defense mode. The opposite scenario would be when you talk slow to someone who speaks fast. They might think that you're dumb or stupid, which obviously isn't true. Therefore, it's crucial that you speak the same rate as them. 5. Repeat and approve. This is so simple, yet it's probably the one that is most often forgotten. After someone speaks, make sure you repeat a very brief synopsis of what they said and then approve by affirming what they just said. You might say, amazing, or that's exciting. This shows that you are indeed listening, and for some odd reason, people really like when you listen. 6. Body language. Mirroring body language is very critical. Here are all the ways you can match someone's body language. Posture or body movement. Wait 10 to 15 seconds and then shift your body in the same way. Gestures. Use the same hand gestures they use, but only when it's your turn to talk. Facial expressions. Mirror their facial expressions instantly. Shrugs. If they shrug, you should shrug instantly. And last, head nods. Nod your head when they do. Using these tactics will amazingly increase the levels of rapport you achieve with the people you speak with. 7. Acknowledge and empathize. When someone speaks to you out of emotion, it's important that you acknowledge what they say and show empathy. Make sure you do this genuinely and not condescendingly. You might say something of this sort: "I can see that this must have been a frustrating experience for you." The best thing you can always do is ask questions. And remember, telling isn't selling. Allow them to talk so you can calibrate yourself with them and bring the relationship into harmony. Credibility. Having credibility means that people will believe what you say because you have a history of accuracy and sharing facts. In a conversation with someone you don't know, they very well might think, "Why should I listen to you?" One way to show that you are the credible source is by intertwining stories of your recent listings or sales transactions. Talk about how you handled a certain situation in the past that would demonstrate your expertise with a client. When you talk about it with confidence, it will show your client that you are indeed credible. Here's a tip: just make sure you're well prepared before you even have this discussion. This way, you know exactly what to talk about when the opportunity arises. Your credibility can also come from other places. Maybe it's on your website in the form of a testimonial from a past client. One thing I recommend to agents is to create various outlets in which you share valuable information about the industry and your market. This could be via social media, blog posts, speaking opportunities, or newsletters. Your knowledge of the real estate industry doesn't need to be a secret. In fact, the more you share, the more of an influencer you will become. Jurisdiction. A simple way to understand jurisdiction is the ability to make decisions for others. As a realtor, you make the decision for which home people want to buy. Sure, they have a say in whether or not they want a particular home, but you influence that decision. They tell you what they are looking for, and you bring them the inventory. Or they tell you about the history and renovations of their home, and you might be the one setting a realistic price point. Whether you are on the buyer's or seller's side, you are going up to bat for your client. After all, you are their real estate agent. Trust. The final factor is trust. So, how do you earn your client's trust? You must deliver what and when you say you will deliver. It's very difficult to be trusted if you promise a result and deliver a totally different result. In today's competitive markets, the temptation to overpromise is abundant. That's why it's imperative that you speak truthfully and manage your client's expectation. They will appreciate you being candid with them, even though it's not always what they want to hear. Work at the highest levels of integrity and honesty. You must respect confidentiality. A client may have told you something in confidence that you shared with someone else without realizing it. This can be tough because it's not always clear what is sensitive information and what isn't. Just try and be mindful. When used properly, these factor into the most powerful thing of all: authority. These don't necessarily need to be followed in order. In fact, you might find that a client won't grant you jurisdiction until they feel as though they trust you. And it's possible you can attract a potential client based on your credibility, and your ability to create rapport with them allow you to get their listing. When you can create rapport, show credibility, have jurisdiction, and gain trust, you will become the authority. They will all work in harmony, and you'll find that what was once your biggest challenge is now second nature to you. That's it for this video. Do me a favor, guys. Be sure to share, like, comment on the video, but most importantly, don't be average. Be world renowned. Bye.